was the beginning of 2012. My boss came to me and my friend Mike and said, I want to do one of those old-fashioned horror host shows. We got a package of old horror movies we can buy that are real cheesy and terrible, and you guys can come up with a horror host who introduces the movie, and it'll be funny. And all he really could tell us is, like, it should be, you know, a crazy mad scientist with the chemistry set and the tubes bubbling. And that was what we had to start with. And I always liked puppets.
Threatening to kill people is aggressive.
And I think because of Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, there's an association between public television and puppets. And I said, well, I want to make I don't know about the horror host, but I want him to have a puppet sidekick.
That doesn't mean I'm qualified to give this intro. After all, you're the film studies professor.
All right already.
And so Mike sort of put together the Professor Ghoul character, and I worked on Shotzi. I said, I want a cat, make him have like extra long fangs. I want to give him a vampire cape. And it probably took me about 2 weeks to come up with Shotzi's final look. With this, I made his nose is Sculpey. It's a modeling putty that you can get at art craft stores and mold. So that's how I made his nose and his teeth and his claws. And that's sort of how he came into existence. And I think the personality, I came up with this voice.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's better than the written line. You should try that one.
Blah, 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 blah.
What would Penny Marshall say about this script?
Oh, Penny Marshall.
I think he's been a real fun part of doing the show. He's something that people recognize, people have talked about, people want to know when Shotzi's coming back. One of my favorite things that we did a few years back is director Craig Brewer came into the station, and Shotzi asked him about different movie making terms.
Hey, Craig, do you have a favorite weird filmmaker term?
Yes, the Mickey Rooney.
What's the Mickey Rooney?
So now Craig is friends with my puppet. I don't think he knows who I am, but he does know my puppet. And that's sort of the story of Shotzi.
Remember, if you put this on the internet, I get a licensing fee. Rights are available. Is this thing rolling?